Okay, for these guys in our class, we're gonna do this problem from one of your, this book here is a book that is, a book of yours, it's related to the book the class I was working with. It's not the book, though. Problem 3.2 on page 52, it's called Equations with Two Operations. It covers everything we went over. Basically here, the problem states that there's two groups of people. One is costing them, they have a $21 per person, you see, Takesha, $21 per person. So what happens is how they'll write it, y equals 21x, you see. True?
It's algebra. Mhm.
Now, but there's a special group price. And the group price, so this, how we can change y and x. So you have to know y is dependent on it, making a scale. Y could be called the total cost, you see. The total cost equals $21 times what? Times the number of people. Okay? But meanwhile, am I understood, Takesha? You can see now, meanwhile, though, the other group has a situation where it costs $50, flat fee, fixed cost, and it's $10 per person. So for them, it's $10 times X, also known as the number of people, equals the cost, which is Y. Y equals $10 times the number of people plus $50. That's the formula. And then they ask us to do it for 20, 25, and 42 people. Okay? It says, that's what A says. So, if this was 20, that'd be what, Takesha? Guess what? 2 times 1 is 2, add 2 zeros is what we do. When we get a little shortcut. Plus $50 is $250. Total cost if they are, have to have a pound sign here. Incidentally, in accounting, we always want to put pound sign if it's not dollars, it's units. There's dollars. It's going to be $250. And then they say to do it for 35 and 42 people. Describe it. We're going to just presume you can do that at home. Put in 42. And how much, what now, there's time, see the time up there? How much time is it? We've got about 7 minutes.
2 minutes and 55.
Okay, we're only got about 7 minutes here for the YouTube. Now, describe in words how you can calculate the admission price for a group with any number of people. Okay, so try to do that in words to explain to somebody in your house. It means that for every person, it's $10 plus $50. I don't know. All right, so this is, now, as we've learned in the class, let's graph that real quick. Okay, so we have to know how to graph, right? I'm not gonna be as neat as some of your guys. Now, on the bottom goes the side that's not dependent. What's happened is this, you may have forgotten, I don't know if you forgot, but the left side will be the amount of money paid depends upon how many people. So the people will be down here, and let's say, I guess we'll go by 5 people, 5, so this, okay, and, so, this is gonna be a little tricky here to get it on. So, meanwhile, on the left side is the money received. For example, if 10 people were to go, how much would it cost? You should see 10 times the number of people.
10.
10 times the number of people plus $50. So if 10 people go, it'll be how much?
$100.
150.
150.
Right?
Yeah.
So what increment should we go? Should we go 150? All right, so we'll make 150 there. If 20 people go, it will cost
250.
250, true?
True.
So if this is 300, now I gotta go even though. So that means that at 10 people, 150, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
And if 20 people go, it will be 250, it will be 200, so it's a little bit below this, you see. And if 30 people go, how much will it cost?
350.
350, so since this is 450, it's somewhere around here, and we'll plot it up here. So we've now plotted it, and notice, Mr. Denny's not too neat, but notice it's at 50 here. You see that, Takesha?
Mm-hmm.
It's at 50. So when the line does not go through 0, 0, why? Because there's a fixed cost. It starts at 50. So we learned that in our first lessons. How many minutes we got on that?
About 1.
1 minute, 6 minutes we got?
How many minutes you going?
I'm saying, do we go 6 minutes?
6
so far?
minutes,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll go a little further. Okay, so,
Wow.
then it says to write an equation. We did. The equation will be, could be y equals 10x plus 50. So you have to know how to do that. You have to know how to do that. And then we have to know how to graph it. And if it was another rate, suppose they had $8 per person. Suppose they had, it was $15 per person, right? Then the formula would be what? 15 times,
10 times 8. Y, was it
Times.
X plus 8?
if it was $15 a person, times, it would be, $15 times
X
X.
plus 8, right?
In this case, no up front,
Okay.
just $15 a person. So if 10 people go, the cost will be
150.
$150, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same as before, actually. If 20 people go, the cost will be $300, you see.
Right.
If 30 people go, the cost will be $450. Now, in this case, the line goes right through the 0.
Because there's no space.
Why? Because there's no what they call a constant or a fixed cost. Okay? So we've learned that in the class. So we have to know how to make an equation, how to graph it, how to make a table. Let's make a table real quick.
Okay, 8
What's
minutes.
our time?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. On our table, let's make a table. Let's make a table. Remember, we said it was y equals 10. I'm doing problem, again, 3.2 parts of it, times x, the number of people, plus $50. So we can make a table, like a T account in accounting, x and y. Always do this. Write down what x and y is. Y happens to be the total cost. To remind yourself so you don't get lost. X happens to be the number of people. Okay, number of people. So if 10 people go, if 0 people go, it's still going to cost $50, isn't it?
Right.
If 10 people go, it's going to cost how much?
150.
150. If 20 people go,
250.
250. If 30 people go,
350.
350. So what does that tell us? It's increasing by what?
$100.
$100 over here. Okay, and this is increasing by 10, isn't it?
Yes.
So we can find the slope by dividing. You not used to slope? Good, she has to review too. We'll be right back here at M. Deno, our new, what's going to be our new website name.